हेलो दोस्तों, इन दिस पर्टिकुलर वीडियो आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस कंटेजियस मेमोरी एलोकेशन. Contagious memory allocation is important in order to understand different memory management techniques. In the current era of a operating system, we usually don't use contagious memory allocation due to some problems. I will also discuss them, but fundamentally it is very important that we understand what is contagious memory allocation and how it is helping you in order to understand non-contagious memory allocation, because ultimately non-contagious memory allocation like paging and segmentation and inverted paging, all of them are basically decided dependent or based on these techniques. Clear? So let me define you. Contagious, as the name suggests, contagious means something in a order, something which is one by one. So contagious memory allocation, first I will describe you in a brief that this is your CPU. Clear? This is your CPU and this is your main memory and this is your secondary memory. In this last lecture I have described you all these things in a very detail. You can check out that video. So when a process want to execute it by the CPU, first it needs to go inside the main memory. That is clear. So what is the idea behind the contagious memory allocation? Contagious memory allocation says we will divide the memory. Okay, we will divide the memory according to their different two types. There are two types. Suppose there are static and dynamic. Okay, in the case of static, first keep this in mind that there are two types, static and dynamic. In the case of static, we predefined the value of the partition. Suppose we will sectionize this, make a block of a memory. We will break the memory into different segments or a partitions, and that partition size is decided by the types of a contagious memory technique. Suppose we are using static. In the case of static, what we do, we simply decide by ourselves that will be the size of my memory partition. Suppose I am the operator developer, I am the developer of my OS, I am deciding every process who wants to execute by the CPU has to be the size under the 4 KB. It cannot be greater than 4 KB. If a process coming from the secondary memory to the main memory and it is greater than 4 KB, we are not going to allow you, because we don't have the capacity of executing you. That is what static means, which is very good. Clear? So let's first discuss what is static, then we will discuss dynamic. In the case of static, I have decided every partition size is 4 KB. Suppose there are three processes. Suppose a process comes with 4 KB, 6 KB, 2 KB and 3 KB. These are the processes wants to execute it by the CPU. Okay. So what will we do? First, suppose we are executing this 3 KB. Clear? This, just a minute. So when a process size with 3 KB wants to execute it by the CPU, we will simply allow it. But in the case of 3 KB, suppose we know that size is 4 KB, so 3 KB will be occupied. How much amount will remain there? 1 KB. That 1 KB is wasted. In the case of contagious, that 1 KB is wasted for us. That wasted is known as internal fragmentation. What it is known? Internal internal fragmentation. Internal fragmentation is a kind of fault. You can understand, you can say it is a kind of disadvantage of contagious memory allocation. Whatever the type of you will use, you always face this kind of things, internal or external. But internal is more in the static type. So suppose there is a size of 3 kb, it will going to face internal fragmentation, but the process will execute efficiently without any issue. 4 kb process, this is the best case. In that case, our size is 4 kb and the process size is 4 kb. This is the best scenario in which the both size is equal to. Clear? So this is executed, that is executed 6 kb. CPU is not going to execute 6 kb because it is out of range. So this is cancelled. This is 2 kb. This will also face internal fragmentation. Clear? So that is all about the static contagious memory allocation. But as far as advantage is concerned, it is faster, easy to implement. As you can, it is very easy. Partitioning the main memory is quite easy, but there are some issues with it. What are these issues? Suppose there is an issue with internal fragmentation. Suppose we are limited by the size of a process. Third one is we are limited by the multi-programming environment. I have already discussed you what is multi-programming. So in the case of static contagious memory allocation, we are not getting the higher degree of a multi-programming. That is also issue. So these are the all issues related to the static. Let me discuss the dynamic. Suppose there is CPU, this is your main memory and this is your secondary. In the case of dynamic memory, we are not predefining any value, any partitioning in the main memory. As the process comes, we are decided that process size is 5 kb, then we will make a space of 5 kb. Suppose there is a process come with the 15 kb, we will make the 15 kb. It's up to the size of a process. That is clear. So this will remove, definitely this will remove internal fragmentation. So internal fragmentation has been removed in the dynamic memory allocation. Clear? So what are the disadvantage of this memory allocation? Suppose there are 3 processes comes, 3 or more processes. Suppose a process 5 kb is there, 15 kb is there, and 2 kb is there. Clear? This process has executed by the CPU and has removed from this place. That is making a hole in the memory. We have made a partition according to the process and that process have lived. Suppose a process come with this size of, and this process also leave. Just one more process, this process also leave. Clear? There are 2 holes available. And the process comes size with a 7 kb. Although we have this is 5 kb space, this is 2 kb space. If we sum this value, we have that space. We have 7 kb, but we cannot allocate because this is a contiguous manner. We cannot divide the process. We can divide the memory, but we cannot divide the processes. That is the issue with the dynamic memory allocation. So this is known as a external fragmentation. It suffers from the external fragmentation. So keep this in mind. Both of them suffer from external fragmentation. Clear? But you can say we can resolve this problem using the compaction. There is a concept of compaction. Actually, what we do in a compaction, we simply summarize the processes which are using the spaces and release the space which is stuck between them. That is how we can use, but that is a very costly process. So this is all about the contagious memory allocation. I hope you have understand this topic. Keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.